I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at Ertha. Own NFT land in Ertha Metaverse and generate lifetime revenue. This is actually a project I'm super excited for, and we have a lot to cover in this video. So I will tell you everything about the project and the opportunities coming up. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Let's first watch the trailer from Ertha. I'm going to put the volume down a little bit, but it is a really cool cinematic. So I definitely recommend you to check this one out. It's one thing that convinced me to look more into this project because it's absolutely done really well. It basically goes over the game. It shows you what Ertha is actually about. So basically what this project is basically about is humanity messed up the entire world, and now we can rebuild the world in this metaverse. So you can buy plots of land, build on this. It's like a SimCity kind of environment, and we can change the future for the better. That was one of the coolest things that I saw continuously throughout the video. They're teasing like the post-apocalyptic world, how things are inevitably going to get to basically the actual world that we can build inside the metaverse of Ertha, where things can potentially get better, be better, and that's where the focus is at. So I think they take like the Farmville kind of environment, combine it with like a SimCity kind of feeling, and then allow you to buy plots of land with NFTs, that kind of stuff. Really give you the opportunity where they basically take working concepts and make it better, adapt it to the metaverse crypto space with NFTs, land plots as a foundation, and then there's much more to come. So here they're going to give you an indication. They're saying basically 60-70% something of the world is covered in water, so you can build on the water as well. And you can see these cool like little cinematic parts of the post-apocalyptic world. So I definitely recommend you to check out the video, this one, later, after you've obviously watched this entire video, to just watch it with the sound, because it's really impressive. I just can't turn up the volume right now because the mic won't be able to pick it up, but this one is definitely really cool. Got me super pumped already, and we'll look at the actual gameplay in a second, but first let's go over the opportunities ahead of us. So they have about 54,000 people in Discord. For a project that is still currently in this early stage, that's quite a lot. 58,000 on Telegram, just a little bit more. We're going over the token sale in this video. So the token sale is coming up, the roadmap, the white paper, the doctrine, and the alpha mission. So on the 4th of January, there will be a prime listing on Huobi Global, right? And there might be some other listings coming up. So this is just less than a week from now as I'm recording this video. We are right on time. This is a little nugget. So this is for the token sale. And on the NFTs, I have more information later. So they raised 5.4 million already. So we can have a look at that. It's a Medium article, right? And they have a wide list of venture capitals. One of the most interesting one is obviously OKEx Block Dream Ventures. That is behind it in my opinion, but there's a huge list of big venture capital companies investing. They give a little bit of the background story, but if you're able to raise 5.4 million in funding, yeah, you can expect what kind of project this is. The main advisor is Danny Wilson from Illuvium, which obviously you can see in this or throughout this project that there's a well-experienced team behind it, because I was really impressed. So January 17th, the Ertha land NFT plus 20% price increase as of right now. You can already buy the lands, and I'll show you how to do that. Play to earn in this metaverse. Own lands, real estate companies, hire in-game experts to maximize your global influence. And then you can explore it, you can watch the gameplay, which we'll do in a second. And that's basically, they give some more information on how the actual work, but this we'll also see in the white paper. There's quite a big team and quite a big amount of investors. This one is quite cool because she will actually blink. Yeah, I was kind of shocked by that one. So this is basically the entire homepage. I have a huge ton of links. So let's start with the actual I would start with a white paper, but let's look at this marketplace first, because that's just too cool. I have to share it. So there are actually plots for sale. There's some have been minted, some are tokens, and some are reserved. But you can see that basically Scandinavia, these countries, not all countries are for sale right now. Russia, you got some in the Middle East, and when you go there, basically you can zoom in. Italy here as well. And you can, for example, click here, and it will say not owned by anyone. The price is $560, so they're quite expensive. Ertha, it has 33%, whatever this is, and then 27% food. You can click on other plots as well, which has like, some have like grain, others have like forest, and it does show you which region you're in, right? So these are already been sold, right? Sold. So a lot of the forest areas have already been sold. So this one has an airport as well, but it's not for sale, because they said that airports and such, they have like additional benefits. And then you can basically click around and see what kind of plots you can buy, which ones are for sale, which ones are reserved, and basically go through the entire world map this way to see which countries are currently open for sale. So the United States is open for sale. You can see many land plots with an average purchase price of, let's say, oh look, there's even like land right here in the middle of the ocean. That's funny. Some have been sold there as well. So you can see that these are like, how much? I just need to make sure I click one. $100, right? And when you go closer to the main cities, big countries, they might go to like $500, $260. It depends which region you are as well. $250. Some are affordable, some are less affordable. I just wanted to show you this first because I think this is already really cool in terms of the concept of what we're working with, right? Let's have a look at the white paper, actually have a good understanding of what this is actually about, because I'm quite hyped about this one. But obviously I'm going to be conservative, realistic, and hopefully make a full price prediction for you, because I think this has tremendous potential. Ertha is a Heroes of Might and Magic game type inspired economic social MMO game based on exploring and investing the world, leveling up, choosing specialization, increasing the strength of your company and your country. The game is designed to replicate a real-life environment, simulating the actions that people have to perform in order to earn a living. Ertha's globe is consisting of 350,000 Hex land plots, which can be purchased as an NFT. Binance Smart Chain-based in-game currencies Ertha token and Ertha land NFT. In Ertha, players will be able to acquire virtual plot NFT called Hexes or Hex, through which there are many possible transactions that earn Hex owners cashbacks Ertha tokens. Employment tax, salary, portion that is paid by the employer, sales tax, purchaser tax when buying goods from the market, company fees, company buildings, repair upgrades, company revenue, sold items, job contract fines, penalties, and taxes, warehouse fees, warehouse buildings and upgrades, delivery fees, goods delivering into specific warehouse in an owned Hex, airfare fees, flight tickets. So this is already, as you can see, the foundation of play to earn, foundation of a full economic, self-sustaining metaverse environment, which is quite promising. So the backstory, I assume, goes into the post-apocalyptic. We transfer into the meta world. Planet Earth is becoming extremely overpopulated. Well, this makes sense, right? We've seen this in the video. Love this storyline, and we see that often, right? The post-apocalyptic, different future type angle. There are three main roles in the game: businessman, scholar, and fighter. Every role makes a difference to the world economy and contribute to the development of their nation. Players may change role as they want. I will either be a businessman or a fighter. I'm definitely not a scholar. Nations. Nations' prosperity or poverty is a result of citizens' activity inputs in their country. The game is balanced, so every type of player activity makes a difference. Scholars raise the technical level of different industries in the region, consequently providing business people the access to products of higher value. Businessmen produce gear, food, medical supplies, are empowering other populous time to be spent more efficiently. Fighters on their behalf are the guarantee of safety for the state and its citizens. Wise political coordination and country citizens collectively efforts will raise their nation's power to the highest level, which will make it desirable for others to partner up or to conquer it. Ooh. Okay, so they go into details of the role. Let's have a look. Businessman role for those who are planning to become the leaders of manufacture and supply other players will need gear, food, medical supplies, etc. Business people will have to establish companies for gathering resources, creating materials, basically a full supply chain, I think. Exporting and importing goods will scale the business internationally, become the supply chain of missing exclusive resources, okay? So basically, it's literally running a business within the metaverse business. Decisions on whether to scale business horizontally or vertically can proper utilization of a country technology level might lead the player to becoming an industry shark who profits from the market manipulation or is known for the cheap products on it. Alright. Scholars. Sounds fancy, the word scholar. Scholar character is for those who want to dominate the market with their services. Players striving to become the most educated people on the globe will have to study and improve their real-life know-how and be the most efficient labor force in the market, since the output of the factories is most certainly dependent on the skill of the employees. Intellectuals of the game will be spending countless hours in the research lab and develop innovative solutions in enhancing production efficiency. Professional scholars with the highest level will be recruited by markets, finance producers, and reward for their full economy. Assaults, fights, wars will not be won without their perfected skill of hacking, which is needed in almost all types of conflicts. Ooh, interesting. I like how this white paper is very clear, to the point, clean, well structured so far. Fighters will start building the names for themselves from military trainings against AI-powered bots to become known as local or international fighting tournament winners. Having a good reputation is a guarantee of endless flow of job offers and good pay. Some players will take on safeguarding the populace and their assets, while the other part of combatants will certainly turn into inconvenience to others, assaulting players, attacking on factories and warehouses. That would be me. As they cause damage to others, they are not safe themselves because of the bounties being placed on their heads. Alright, fair enough. Doesn't matter, I'm still going to do it. Be it the government, their competitors, or their victims. Both groups are going to be main driving force of the expansion of country they are fighting for, or safety guarantee for developed people. The game mechanics. Whoa, that's a whole list. Okay, so we're just going to go through this briefly. Right, so you have energy mechanics production company. So they have basically the full game laid out. Oh, okay, it's not that big. Okay, how does this work? So we have energy right here. Okay, the energy mechanic is one of the main mechanics which impacts every decision. Okay, the idea behind the energy is limited number of actions player can do. Yeah, okay, per day. Okay, that makes sense. The maximum player can have is 24, which equals 24 hours in a day. Okay, and then regenerates the next day. Resting. Every hour, 1 energy point is restored, up to 12 energy bars. Okay, makes sense. Eating, consuming products that decrease hunger. However, overeating will decrease energy as well. That's good. Keep people healthy while they're playing a fake metaverse. For now. Using energy potions can regenerate it as well. Okay, that's cool. Blueprints. Production mechanics, resources. Every product that exists in the game has to go through the production process. None of the projects appear out of thin air. Production mechanic defines how game products, food, weapons, armor, are created. From the production perspective, there are 2 groups. Blueprints. Every product in the game has its own recipe for creating it. Blueprints are a detailed list. How do we get a blueprint? There are several ways of how blueprints are obtained. Since all products have different level, access high level blueprints, and they raise their country industry level to the required one. If industry levels drop, one of those who have blueprints personally will be able to produce the products. Okay. Blueprints for personal and constant access are obtained as rewards for various kinds of in-game activities and from premium shop for in-game gold or game tokens. Okay, so definitely a heavy, well, I don't know, not pay to win, but maybe pay for advantage kind of structure here. All the land in the game is filled with various resources. There are 2 types of resource. I'm really curious to see the timeline, the roadmap of this, because this sounds fucking huge, right? All the land in the game is filled with various resources. There are 2 types of resources, common and exclusive. All the countries have all the generic resources. And there's only 1 out of 3 exclusive resources for each country. Every country should seek a well-balanced gathering of resources in order to achieve maximum efficiency in production. Okay. Companies. Resources group company. So you have the company, which you have the hexagon resources come in, you have the blueprint and the energy, and then they produce more resources. Okay, that makes sense. Product groups. So this is resources. Okay, so they obtain the resources, yeah? So they have blueprint, energy, hexagon, yeah, because this is where they get, for example, the wood, then they put in the energy of the people, they have how to make a table, and then they produce tables. Or wood for fire, whatever. The production, okay, so here we go. The blueprint is wood for fire turned into tables, put in energy for people, put in the input product, which is then the resource here, and then the resource comes out, which is then the table. Okay, cool. Whoa. Working is an essential part of the production process. Every company in the game needs to find skilled enough labor force in order to efficiently utilize factory machinery. Labor force can be used employing, okay. So I assume that is not a player, that's actually NPC. Salary, holy shit, this is detailed. Active contracts, what they're actually doing. Okay, this looks really cool. A job contract is an agreement. Yeah, okay, well, we know how a job contract works, but thank you. Number of criteria. Contract type, duration, skill requirement, salary, and fine. Okay. Fixed term or open-ended. Freelance, one-time job. 7 days, fixed term. Full-time, 7 days. Okay, undetermined end. Duration, how many hours employee must work. So it's actually for like actual people, or is it just to get like NPCs going? To follow the contract. If the contract is terminated by any of the party until it's fulfilled. Okay, fine is reserved. Okay, cool. Salary. Okay, cool. Oh, I would love to learn more about these jobs though. Like if it's like for real, or if it's like with NPCs. But that sounds serious. Industry mechanics. Resources, armor, weapons, food. Okay, quite detailed. Every industry has technological levels which defines what products can be produced. Companies, each industry is essential for a country's prosperity. Okay, cool. 5 industry levels. Okay. Industry level can be increased by earning experience points of skills that belong to an industry. However, only 5 latest periods, 1 period is 1 week, of earned experience are taken into account. So 5 weeks is basically the cycle there. Okay. Market mechanics. Whew. Okay. Implement players, distribute players. Okay. Businessman, buy. Yeah, okay. So basically with the buys food for a store. Okay, so buys gear for protecting. Yeah, okay. So it's basically based on the main types. I understand that. International trade, transportation tax. Yeah, I would assume that something like that into play. Transportation. Oh, they're going by weight fee and time. Holy shit, this is detailed. And you might say like, hey Colin, it's so boring reviewing this white paper, but this is one of the most interesting things for investors, because if you are an investor like myself, I want to know everything I can about the game that I make an investment in. I just don't want to look at a chart and be like, hey, okay, this sounds cool, let me invest into this. No, I want to see what they're thinking, how they're thinking. I'm going to spend an hour reading his white paper because I'm going to do like a 5, 10, maybe $100,000 investment. You should do all the research and should do it properly, in my opinion. Hit points, fighting, all right. Combat mechanics, one of the most notable game dynamics. Players can fight each other, take over companies, countries declare war to fight over ownership of the Hexes. Ooh, you can steal their NFTs. Fighting in Ertha is based on tower defense game type. A player chooses equipment before the battle. An opponent might choose different items. The winner is the player who used better equipment for the current battle situation. A fight between countries is won in a rope pulling type of manner. The country which players have successfully won more fights in a certain period of time has more points to pull the rope, thus more likely to win. When time finishes, the country with more points wins the fight. If the balance between countries is a tie, identify as a tie. Okay. Hit points. Every player has hit points, health, which are needed for all those who participate in any kind of fights. There are 3 types of hit points. Okay. conscious, unconscious, and dead. If a player is reduced health enough, he becomes unconscious and immediately loses the fight. In order to renew, has to restore his hit points. Makes sense. Training, virtual experience, a real fight scenario where a player simply fights against AI. This is used to increase fighting. Okay, so this is basically the basic training. Okay, that makes sense. Hacking, they said that would be like a big part. Letters challenges used. Okay, that's cool. Hacking a property security system, trying to fire during a fight. Okay. The idea of letters challenge is to incorporate actual players' real life ability to type on a keyboard over the course of the game. To improve it, players is given a combination of letters, special symbols, and number has to type short period of time. The more difficult challenges is the more characters containing a wider range of symbols are given to him to type. To pass a challenge, player must enter symbols exactly as they are displayed in a given amount of time. The statistic of how well performed in different sets combinations are going to be collected to adjust and match expected success rate. Whoa, that's cool. I like that. Study mechanisms. Alright, quite detailed as well. Two different ones. Library studies and co-op studies. I think this is for the scholarship part. They can see what they're going to study. Right. Core game mechanic again. Not related to fighting. Ranging from cooking to hacking. Studying is very important. Well, we all know that. Contributes to the country wealth. Efficiency. Yeah, makes sense. Study ranks. Per study, per kill, per country. Holy fuck. Again, super detailed. Narrow. Missions. Ooh. Okay. On top of the food chain. Killing and cooking. In between the eyes. Proving grounds. Okay, so we go from left to right. Meeting with the farmer. Okay, damn, this is detailed again. Holy fuck. So it will take you some time to figure out this metaverse in this game specifically. For starters, there are missions that are assigned to get acquaint players with other mechanics. Okay, so they're taking you basically to like an onboarding of the game. There are a lot of different NPC characters live in the world. Their sole purpose is to help players with creating their own narrative of the day-to-day, daily missions, rewards. So this is... So they're saying one of the things that I usually say for games. Keeping players constantly engaged is very important, so there are daily missions with great rewards. Daily quests, coming back and getting the game into their daily pattern is basically one of the most important ones. Fiscal budget and budgeting mechanics. Every country in Ertha has their own budget. Through various policies in place, it plays an essential role when controlling the direction of a country. Industry's development, managing crime rate, and restricting migration. Expenses, income. Alright, cool, super dope. Looks really, really nice. And then you can see like there will be a lot of civil wars, I assume, within countries, players fighting each other within the same country. Wars for resources. Okay, cool. Smuggling. Ooh. Laboratory. Okay, cool. Other platforms, mobile version. Okay. Tokenomics. Ooh, there we go. Tokenomics, my favorite part. Ertha. Token, also named Ertha. That's nice. A total supply of 2 billion Ertha tokens, of which the seed rounds collect 3.5%. The total, okay. Price 1.1 cents. Strategic already bump 8%. That makes sense. Private little less, 7. So we're right now 18.5%. And it's going to go up to like 21%, including the IDO. So the return is not even 100% yet. So like 80%, which is normal. Quite heavy on the strategic. Let's look at the vesting. The listing, 3%. Staking, 31%. Team and advisors, very low, 10%. Okay, that's surprising. Probably a longer term vision. Probably well funded. Guilds. Usually we don't see that, 1%, interesting. Ecosystem, 27%, liquidity 4%, marketing 3%. I don't think they need much marketing anyway, because this project sells itself, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far. Really, really, really nice. Where's the vesting? Okay, token schedule. I have that here, so I think the vesting should be on there. Let's look at that right now. Okay, initial market cap. I will use this for my price prediction at the end of this video because it's extremely important. The vesting is right here, 2.5% TGE, 5%, 7.5%. So there will be quite some amount of tokens entering the market on the TGE. There will be a 2-month cliff and then distribution at 31 months, 26 months, 21 months, which is basically very good. 1 month cliff. I would like the cliffs to be a little bit longer, but it is what it is. Even for the IDO, 10%, then distributed over 7 months, which is no cliff there, but it's still quite long for an IDO, specifically as their price is quite a lot higher than the seeds. And there's only a 2-month cliff, 1-month cliff, 1-month cliff. Anyway, the vesting periods are really long, so again, indicates the long-term potential. Listing, fees, play to earn staking, 1%. Okay, guilds, 12 months cliff, then distributed over 13. Yeah, okay, that's good. 12-month cliff, 12-month cliff for the team and advisors, then distributed across 30 months, which is about 2.5 years, which is fine. Liquidity good, marketing good, fine. I would say liquidity as needed usually, but they set it up this way. Token release, fund allocation, okay, makes sense. And then that's it. So token schedule, we'll come back to this later. Back to the white paper, because we need the token utility. The Ertha token is utility token, DAO, 2 billion, Binance Smart Chain, no further issuance, okay? Token utilization, in-game, project bounties, buying and selling the NFTs. Okay, so in that case, I assume they will use their Binance NFT marketplace as well. Okay, the team, CEO and the mastermind of the project Ertha possesses strong background in IT. Okay, we'll run those through LinkedIn in a second. CEO, managing partner for 10 years of experience in IT. Head developer. Okay. Oh, I thought head developer at GitHub. I was like, wait, what? But no. Code of his mind. Marketing. All right. Well, we'll check all these people. And that's basically the entire white paper. So far, really, really impressive. When I say really impressive, I mean 9.5 out of 10 style impressive, which I don't think I've ever ranked a project this high. I just love the idea. That's basically it. I hope they can pull it off. They have a roadmap left, the doctrine left, and the alpha mission left. Let me show you the gameplay, because I think that's quite interesting. So this is a developer, which you can watch yourself later, explaining what's actually going to look like. But this is literally what we saw in the video. So they're not over-promising on what they can actually deliver. But you can see the details already right here. If you look here at the top left of the screen, I'm not going to move where his mouse is moving, but top left, there's so many details. This makes you think like a civilization style game, which I love, where you basically control the main variables, but if you want, you can literally try adjust any micro variable as well, and everything has a specific outcome, right? Let me just fast forward a little bit. Shows you the person, what they're doing, the job centers, university. This is more of, like I said, like a Farmville, SimCity type of thing, where you can basically see the neighborhoods and everything. And keep in mind, just for the sake of it, we're dealing with the entire world, right? This is just zoomed in. This is just probably one city, one town. This project is fucking huge. And when I say huge, I mean really, really huge. Like you can see the plots here, and then they have all these things and what they can do, find resources, or you can see where you need to go to find certain things. I think really cool. This is like really impressive, because this is not your regular crypto low quality style game. This is something that could potentially be huge on a different level. So I just want to show you this. You can check that out as well. All right, so we covered most of the things. I'm just going to open the Ertha landowner benefit section. That's basically for these landowner NFT sales that are currently going on, where you have an opportunity for. As they mentioned, 17th of January, the price for all land plots will increase by 20%. Each metaverse is a hero's mind. Okay, so we read through this. Basically, created economic social growth, engaging NFT market, the metaverse political influence, management territory, smart contracts, disputes, conflicts. So they did say about taking over Hexes in the white paper. I did not see that if you can actually take other people's NFTs. Haven't seen that yet. About the hexagons. If you just take over the hexagon, or you take over temporarily, or you actually take over their NFT. But there's basically a whole list of benefits, right? So the NFT prices, basically USA, Saudi, Australia, Portugal, Spain, and 50 other countries, 500 a pop. Probably because they're the most popular, I think. China, Indonesia, and 45 other countries, 350. Russia, Vietnam, Brazil. I assume that they think that, which I think is normal, that people from these countries have higher income, and usually people who play this game buy a plot of land in their own country. That makes sense. Russia, Vietnam, Brazil, Philippines, 75, 200, and water resources, 100. Rare and exclusive NFTs, cities, airports, oil resources with special price. Only for 15,000 Lamport NFTs. The current price, January 17th, land sale, 20% increase. So this pricing is only for the first 15,000, I assume, from this. So they tell you how it works. Where can I see my NFTs? Okay, all good, all good, all good. She is kind of creepy though. But yeah, looks good so far. Looks good. Just had to turn on my phone, somebody calling me. I'm busy. All right, roadmap. What can we expect down the road? The Ertha Metaverse is a Heroes of Might and Magic game inspired economic and social life is built on the Binance Smart Chain to explore and investigate the world by choosing specializations and increasing the strength of your NFT. Country. Ertha's, okay, 350, okay. So in 2021, in February, they completed 3 years of initial game development. That's why it's looking so good. They already worked on this for a long time before opening this up to the public. Then in July, they raised investment capital from large-scale user expansion, the Binance Smart Chain-based pre-sale in August. Now we are in December, right here. In January, international media campaign clients acquisition, releasing Ertha beta with a new Unity engine in March. So that's coming up in like 4 months, right? Very quick, 3 months even. Full start of large-scale marketing campaigns in May. New in-game content, heavy focus marketing and spreading the word about Ertha project, okay. Mobile game version development in September. Okay, short-term roadmap right here. Looks good, decent. Doctrine. They told us, but we didn't listen. They warned us, but we didn't care. Today is too late. Today, the humankind is on the verge of extinction. I think one day in my lifetime I should voice over a movie. I think I would do that really well. Like what's it called? Animation. Forever. Global warming, cause natural disasters, blah, blah, blah. The project. Freezing the human brain. They have like a little overview. So the white paper is very extensive. Here they just have the clear roles, what they're used for. The map view. I just love how detailed it is, and it's not over cluttery. Usually we get like so many details that you don't understand what you're reading anymore, but they are very professional, very clear in how it all works. So war, my favorite part, politics, economy, and there's all the premium key points, the benefits, but we read that in the white paper already, what it's used for, how to use it, but that's basically the doctrine where you can read all of this. Now, the real question is, obviously, what is the potential in terms of money, right? Am I going to invest into this if I get the opportunity? The answer is yes. Hell yes, right? Should be the right answer. So I'm just going to close all of these other tabs that I no longer need. And then what we have left is basically the NFT. Am I going to buy an NFT plot? I'm not sure yet, to be fair, because I don't think I'll be playing the actual game. Would I want to make an investment into this? Sure, I think that is interesting. Let me go over to LinkedIn and just pull up their team, because they actually have a LinkedIn page, which is nice. They have posted already, and they have 15 employees. The CEO is right here. Then you have this guy. I assume these are the main 3 guys. Linus, he's the main guy at Ertha. He has an Ertha banner, and he's been working on this, according to LinkedIn, for about 6 years. Then you got Agnies, I don't know how to pronounce it, from Lithuania. Where's this other guy from? Also Lithuania. Then he works at Spellfire, and he's an angel investor in Ertha. All right. Also for 7 years. So they started this really long time ago. And so the whole team is basically from Lithuania, right? Ertha, been working there for 5 months, chief operations. But that's one thing I can appreciate. I'm not going to open all the LinkedIn files. I think this is pretty much clear. The team is from Lithuania. As you can see, they all say Kronos, which I assume is in Lithuania, and then Lithuania. So they have a full in-house team. They all work at Ertha, which makes a lot of sense, which gives me like confidence that everything is cool. They did mention the Discord and the Telegram users. Again, I'm gonna follow 75.3k, which I think is great for such an early stage project. The last tweet that they did was obviously that really cool video. The video basically sold it already for me. I did watch the video before this recording, and I was like, man, fuck this, like this looks so fucking good. Let me just not get disappointed by the white paper. But the white paper was so good that I'm really looking forward to hearing more about, well, the listing will happen on Huobi Prime List on the 4th, right? So let me see if I can actually look that up. Huobi Prime List, Huobi. I don't have much experience with this actual exchange, but how it's going to work. So Prime List, 10 a.m. UTC. Similar to Huobi Prime, Prime List is a new token listing format, expands our channel. With Prime List, participants stand a chance to buy a new token at a low price. Okay. 10 a.m. January 4th. 2.5 hours later, trading opens. Okay. 30 minutes after the sale ends. 20 million tokens, 1% of supply. Up to 8 million tokens. Up to 12 million tokens. Okay. Queue number for eligible buys. Okay, you need to queue up. Purchase price. Okay. Purchase limit. 50 USDT. That's so little. So little. You know me. I'm looking for like $500, $1,000, $2,000 allocation. $50 is so small. I will have to read up how you can get eligible, because it says here, reach a minimum daily average spot trading of $200 between the 29th of December. So there's still time. And the 4th to get some qualifications there. 3-day average holdings. Cap for order placement, 2,000. You need to hold average HT holdings, Huobi token, I think. How much is that? Because 500,000 tokens. Depends on how much it costs. Huobi token, HT. $10. Fuck. All right, so you need like 5 million. That's not gonna happen to get a $2,000 allocation. So how much was it? $10. 10,000 would give me 10,001, right? Would give me $100 allocation. That's a little too crazy for me, in my opinion. So if you're not already on Huobi and holding tokens, I don't think this is too accessible, in my opinion. However, the community round is 2.5% of total supply. Huobi is only 1% of total supply. So there is an additional 1.5% going to other launchpads, which is great, because then we can join on those. Huobi ranks as top project on the chain broker. Yeah, it has not even done anything yet. Potential, I can see it. Ertha IGO sold out on CDFI, GameFi, and Red Kite in record time. So they already did the IDOs there. So I think Huobi then is the last one. So it was already on CDFI. Okay, yeah. All right, sorry guys, I was wrong. We missed it. It's right here. So the only option I will be able to get involved in this project, which I will get involved into this project, is on the actual listing. So when it starts trading on January 4th, I'll be there. I'll make a follow-up on this video, because I will make a Huobi account. I will deposit money. I'll probably put 5 or 10 grand into this project, and I will get in on it, because I think it will do at least very well on the actual listing, which I will show you in a second. And then I'll be joining this. I think this has huge potential, tremendous potential, specifically with the beta so short term. Let's look at the price prediction. I'm very sad that the IGO is already sold out, but it happens. I discovered it too late. We're still so early, but not early enough, apparently. These things happen, guys. Smile. We'll get over it. All right, so we're starting at an $800,000 market cap, which is quite high. So I assume that it would quite high and small for this type of project. I say 25 million easy. So this would be 25x, right? So we're looking at that point. Let's take the IDO price of 2 cents at this point. Then if it goes times 20, we're looking at about 40 cents. Yes. Is that correct? Yes. So 40 cents, right? I'm looking to make my entry probably not at 2 cents. Don't be ridiculous. I'll probably make my entry around 10 cents on the listing, 10, 15 cents, right? Don't be surprised if this shoots up to $1 on the first listing, right? Because there's so much hype around it. Look at the following, right? 55 Discord, 50 Telegram. It has not even done the actual listing yet, just the IDO. And there's therefore I think huge potential there, specifically for the long term. I would hold this medium long term. This is in my opinion not a short term flip. The great benefit is there are not that many tokens to dump, right? So even if these people would sell when it goes to 20, I will buy it, right? Because I think this project has huge potential. Starting at probably a listing price of 1.8 cents, I think it will not reach more than 100 million, right? So times 100, we're still very much in a comfortable zone. The reason I say times 100, which you might think is ridiculous, is that there has been huge, crazy gains over the last 10, 20 listings that I've covered on this channel, right? So I do think that's definitely an opportunity there, taking the base price. I mean, if this goes times 10, times 20, I think all of these rounds, specifically the seeds at 2.5% and the strategic at 5%, they will dump, right? They will take profit because they got the cliffs, they're in for the long term anyway. So they'll take some initial there and we will ride the wave on that 0.018, excuse me. And then, yeah, entry point, 10 to 20 cents, I'll still get in. Market cap at that point under 20 million. And then hold for medium long term. And when I say medium long term, this is probably a token, a potential of a project that because I'm so impressed, I would hold through the bear market. Not gonna lie, 5, 10K into this project, hold it through the bear market. I think this has huge opportunity. The team looks good. Everything is transparent. The game is so elaborate. They documented it so well in the white paper. So much information without being fucking boring, right? Which I think is so important. This team really understands something that I feel like a lot of other people don't understand. It's not only about the game, right? I always say we invest in teams and not only the project. The project looks great, but what the team has pulled off, I would say makes this like an A+ team. And in my opinion, I never rate teams 10 out of 10. I would give this team a 9 out of 10. I do think I see minor room for improvement. But that's just probably because they have so much fucking shit going on. So extremely hyped about this project. I will be following it. I will be on top of it when it launches the 4th of January. I'll make sure my assets are ready. If you want to stay up to date on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, join my Discord down below, because that's usually where I make these type of announcements. I will bring out a video, but then my actions have already happened regarding the actual 4th of January listing. On Huobi, the opportunity there, because they basically said right here on January 4th trading will open, so that's basically where the TGE happens as well, which then I'll be focused on, which is already next week. So expect a update on Ertha coming up next week. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you get that Ertha message that you desire, where I basically make a full price prediction for the long term after the listing and what I'm involved with myself. Thank you so much for watching. This is everything you need to know about Ertha. Super impressed, super pumped. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.